Good afternoon. We're coming on the air right now with a major update just out about a life-threatening hurricane about to hit Florida. Hurricane Helene, right now a powerful Category 3 storm, shaping up to be one of the biggest to ever hit the Gulf Coast. It's a monster storm, an astonishing 500 miles in diameter. Florida's Big Bend now in the bullseye. The storm surge you hear so much about, that's expected to be catastrophic. More than 20 feet of water expected to flood coastal areas. And get this, the winds pushing all that water are up to 125 miles an hour as we come on. To make matters worse, there are now even tornado warnings in the storm zone. I want to go right to Al Roker now for the latest tracking. Al.
Yeah, well, you know, Lester, here's the thing, 125 miles per hour. That's 5 miles per hour away from a Category 4 storm. This thing still has some runway to get through, so it could very well make Category 4 by the time it makes landfall. Moving northeast at 23 miles per hour, so it is picking up its forward motion. And as you mentioned, tornado watches from the Carolinas all the way down into central Florida. We've got some tornado warnings just south of Tampa, so we're going to be watching that very closely. Right now, we've got tropical storm warnings from Asheville all the way down to Key West, but hurricane warnings stretching right now from Albany, Georgia, just to the north, on into the Big Bend and parts of the Panhandle. Here's the system. We expect it to make landfall sometime tonight between 8 and 11 p.m. Right now as a Category 3, but it could very well become a Category 4 storm. The hurricane force winds extend out 100 miles from the center of the storm. So this is a powerful system that's going to make its way. Look at this. It will still be predicted to be a Category 2 storm on Friday when it passes by Atlanta. Last time they were in a hurricane warning was 2018, and then it continues on up toward Nashville as a very intense low pressure system. But this thing is going to wreak a lot of havoc. So the storm surge that you were talking about, Lester, 10 to 20 feet from Apalachicola on just south of Cedar Key, the Big Bend area. Could travel about 9 miles inland along some of the rivers, and the winds are going to be very, very strong. Cedar Key could see gusts of 100 miles per hour, Tallahassee 110. Historic damage likely for Tallahassee, and then Atlanta 50 mile per hour wind gusts, Knoxville 55. We're probably going to see airport delays and or closures, and with all of that, we're going to be looking at power outages from Tallahassee to Atlanta, but extending all the way to the coast, from widespread to scattered power outages. And, of course, the flash flood risk from Tallahassee to Asheville, life-threatening river and flash flooding, a major flood event likely across the Appalachians. In the Big Bend area, Florida Panhandle, upwards of 20 inches of rain, but we could be looking at up to a foot as you get to Atlanta, Nashville, Knoxville, and Memphis as well, Lester. So,
and again, the forward speed on this is
moving northeast 23 miles per hour. So you get those 125 mile per hour winds. You add to that motion, that forward motion, and that's what makes this storm surge so dangerous. And coming in at about anywhere between 8 and 11 o'clock, that's when we're going to start to see high tides from all along the coast there. So we're going to be watching this very closely. But that storm surge is where most deaths occur, and unfortunately, this is going to be at night. So that's going to make it even harder for people to deal with.
All right, Al Roker. Al, thanks very much.